Okay, let's dive into this. Because absolutely everyone is talking about artificial intelligence right now, right? I mean, it is literally the single biggest debate of our time. On one hand, you've got people saying AI is going to create millions of unprecedented opportunities, like launching us into this golden era of productivity. But then on the flip side, others are totally convinced it's going to wipe out millions of jobs and hollow out whole industries practically overnight. Well, stick with me, because the truth of what's actually happening on the ground, it's far more surprising and honestly, far more empowering than most people realize. We aren't just witnessing a simple software upgrade here, we are stepping into a completely new way of working.
So, it's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? Will AI take your job? Look, if you're feeling a little anxious scrolling through the headlines lately, you are definitely not alone. That fear is completely valid. Right now, the whole conversation is basically split into these two crazy extremes. We've got the doomsayers predicting, total human replacement, and then the tech optimists promising this effortless utopia. In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're unpacking exactly which jobs are actually facing the highest risk of automation, which human careers are unexpectedly skyrocketing in value, and most importantly, how you can position yourself today to stay way ahead of the curve.
So, let's start with part one, the great AI fear. I mean, just look at what AI can do today. The list is kind of staggering when you really think about it. It can write complete, highly researched articles in literally seconds. It generates these stunning, lifelike images and even high-def video from just a tiny, simple text prompt. It can instantly analyze chaotic data sets that would honestly take a human months to process, answer super complex questions in plain English, and flawlessly handle everyday customer service. When you stack all these cutting-edge capabilities up side by side, wow, it's impossible not to feel a bit of whiplash. It naturally makes you wonder, well, if a machine can do all of this, what on earth is left for us to do?
But hey, let's take a deep breath and look at the timeline, because every single major technological revolution has sparked massive, widespread panic. Think about the Industrial Revolution. Factory workers were absolutely terrified that steam-powered machines would leave them jobless. Or when the information age brought us desktop computers, people thought traditional office jobs were totally dead. Then the dot-com boom completely redefined global commerce. And here we are, fully immersed in the AI era. History teaches us this really reassuring, repeating lesson. Technology doesn't just simply eliminate jobs, it transforms them. The daily grind changes, sure, but the need for human ingenuity, that absolutely remains.
Moving on to part two. Which jobs are at risk? Okay, here's the reality check. Basic data entry, simple bookkeeping, routine customer support, basic content creation, and simple administrative tasks. These vulnerable roles all share a common DNA. They are repetitive, predictable, and rule-based. If your daily work follows a rigid, set pattern, well, an AI system can and will learn to do it incredibly quickly. There's no sugarcoating that. But notice something absolutely crucial here. AI replaces tasks far more often than it replaces entire jobs. It kind of chips away at the robotic parts of a role, leaving the more complex, unpredictable responsibilities completely intact for us to handle.
Which brings us to part three, the irreplaceable human skills. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is, once you strip away those repetitive tasks, you're left with the human edge. It's like a clear dividing line. On one side, you have the routine tasks, the data entry and basic admin that machines basically eat for breakfast. But on the other side, you have human-centric careers. We're talking healthcare professionals, teachers, engineers, business managers, skilled tradespeople, entrepreneurs, and top-tier sales pros. The big difference is that most real-world jobs require high-level communication, complex judgment, spontaneous creativity, and bold leadership. Those dynamic, real-time qualities, they are incredibly hard to automate. The core of these professions relies on a heartbeat, something silicone simply cannot replicate.
So why are those careers safe? Because of human trust, adaptability, emotional intelligence, deep human relationships. Yes, an AI can instantly pull up a medical chart in a fraction of a millisecond, but it can't sit by a hospital bed, hold a terrified patient's hand, and actually earn their trust. At the end of the day, people still fundamentally want to learn from people. We want to buy from people, build deep networks with people, and be inspired and led by people. Your human, emotional, and critical thinking skills aren't just safe right now, they're actually skyrocketing in value as the world becomes increasingly automated.
All right, part four, the real AI winners.
I love this quote. Calculators didn't replace mathematicians, they made mathematicians more productive. Just think about that for a second. When the calculator was invented, we didn't just suddenly fire all the mathematicians, right? No, We empowered them to skip the tedious manual arithmetic and focus entirely on solving bigger, far more complex global problems. AI is the exact same thing. It is not some sci-fi overlord, it's a tool. It's specifically designed to radically enhance human capability, to augment your intelligence, and to literally multiply your output, not replace the human mind.
So, the biggest risk isn't AI itself. It's refusing to learn how to use AI. The true winners in this coming decade won't be the artificial intelligence systems, it'll be the people who know how to work brilliantly alongside them. The real threat to your livelihood isn't a robot. Actually, it's another human being who knows how to use AI, replacing the human who doesn't. Workers who adopt AI effectively, they complete tasks faster, generate dramatically better results, and immediately skyrocket their personal value in a super competitive marketplace. Let's move to part 5, future-proofing your career, and see how this builds into concrete steps you can take today.
Here is your actionable roadmap to stay ahead of the pack. 1. Learn basic AI tools. I'm talking dedicating just 15 minutes a day to experimenting. Play with a language model, maybe generate a few images just to understand the mechanics. 2. Develop your communication skills. As automation scales up, clear, powerful human expression is at an absolute premium. 3. Focus intensely on problem solving. Remember, companies pay for unique solutions, not for you to just run routines. 4. Keep learning. The professionals who adapt the fastest are always the ones who win. And 5. Use AI as your assistant. Offload that tedious, repetitive work so you can focus entirely on high-value strategic thinking.
Look, AI is far more likely to transform your job than to eliminate it. The future belongs entirely to the adaptable, to the people who actively embrace these powerful new tools instead of, shrinking away from them in fear. AI is not the enemy here. Staying absolutely still while the entire world fundamentally changes around you, that is the enemy. Evolution is mandatory.
So instead of asking that fearful question, will AI take my job? I really want you to ask yourself this: how can AI help me do my job better? That single, powerful shift in mindset, it changes absolutely everything. You are no longer a victim of technological progress, you're its pilot. You have the total power to harness this revolution right now. So how are you going to use your human edge today?